Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another live stream. I meant to change the title of the drawing I'm working on, but I'll have to do that another time. I completely forgot. So we are working on a new project, so I will not be working on this project no more. I should have saved it yesterday, but I didn't. So let's switch. I'm going to start a new project. I should have did all this yesterday, last night, but I forgot. Trying to make sure the music is still playing. Wow. It's playing. So I needed to make let me make sure there's not anything on this. Record timelines. Okay. I'm gonna make it smaller. Let me see. Custom, square, sticker size, postcard, animated sticker. They got a few in here. What's the regular one? I don't even know what any of this is. So I don't even know what mine is by millimeters it was using. Okay, so 254, 355. No, it's pixels. Okay. Okay, 3000 by 4200. That's unnecessary. See? Yeah. Okay, so let's do 4K. So I was practically drawing it for 4K. Definitely don't need that. Now the square. I don't know what these means. I should have did this way before. And I'm gonna see what it is in inches. 14 by 2. So, what is this? 8 by 11. I'll do the 8 by 11. 72 resolution. I'll go a little more than that. Paper color template. I like their template. Oh. Nope. And then switch it the long way. Right. Moving illustrations now. Okay, I think I have everything. So let's make a new project. And I'll name it another time. I also need to go into this project and just grab one. Either grab my thumbnails. These are the large thumbnails. I need my small thumbnails. Okay, copy these, and then paste paste it in this. Probably gotta resize it. Yep. Will it still give me the whole image? Nope. Okay. Okay, I'ma just take two of them then. Let me switch to my pen. I've been using my mouse. So I'ma just take this. Copy. I hope this is not too big. It's still too big. That's so crazy. Can I move it and it'll still be around? Okay, it's still there. So how do let me transform it. I made a plan to use more of my 12-box shortcuts, so I'm gonna try to do that. It might make me a little slower, but I need to use it more. Okay, but these are not gonna be this free transform. Yeah, nope, do not need free transform. So let's, I thought I had a regular one, transform. Okay, let me see. Edit. Transform. Okay. See. Scale and rotate. I should have that. This is a slow start, but it's okay. So now that I know how to do that, well, select all. It's been a while since I started a new drawing. This is like my second one this year. Is it? About my second one this year. Okay. That last project was so big. Just seeing how big it was compared to this one. Okay, this is just a thumbnail sheet. Let me see if I can move it. Still be there. And just have both landscape and vertical just to see which one will work. But so the second prompt is a creature design mixing a cat and a frog, but I'm gonna start off with some studies. So some cats, some frogs. I'm gonna start out with the frogs. I'm gonna do those studies, and then it won't be today, but I'll be mixing the two in a few different ways to see how I want to make the creature, and then I'll mix it up. So, go on Pinterest, get some frog images, and we're just gonna sketch out some frogs. So I am gonna lock this image again. Keep those draw on top and see how this small canvas goes. I make it too small. I mean, you probably can't tell when you're all the way up.
It's 6:15.
Okay, let's sketch some frogs. I'm nervous. Am I thing on the leg? It's been a while. And my computer's lagging. Hopefully I don't have too much within. I'm actually gonna go on Pinterest on my tablet because so let me get that real quick. I turned my mic up a little bit. Hopefully I wasn't too low. Let me see. Get some frogs back up. Should have finished. Okay, the image popped back up, but I definitely should have finished the painting before I couldn't find it again. Their leg is a little weird. My sketching feels off because my computer feels weird. It's a little laggy. I'm not quite sure. Feels a little off. Not as smooth as I would like. Hands are never fun. Hands because and then I still need to fix some of my settings because I don't have the right flip on my canvas. Flip on my tour box. Those almost look like regular arms. Okay, let's do some of the eyes and stuff. They have a little nose. And a mouth, I guess. A little pattern. I don't know if this is something they usually have. There's a circle. I don't know if I would want y'all to see the reference or not, just in case. I knew my environmental studies was not looking like the reference at all. Okay, that looks a little bit more like a phone. It has too much of a facial expression. Okay, so that's the first frog. It has some patterns on its skin. not a fan of its hands and stuff. Oh, let's finish off the eyes. It has like the weirdest. Like all the way back. My frog look kinda high. Okay. Let's do a few more. I think I'll just be drawing frogs for this stream. I'll do this one. The only thing I don't like about like searching up certain things, since I'm like on the search of like animals and stuff like that, I really don't need it to pop up anything scary or any animals that I don't like. Okay, so this one is like on a branch and it's like really stretched out. It feels so nice to sketch again and be on to a new project. I should probably sketch more and practice more, but if I do that then I won't know how to do a finished painting, so I'll do each step a couple of times with different drawings. That's the plan anyway. This is the branch. This frog look creepy. I'll be back, I gotta get that.
It's 6:30.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I hope the music was playing that whole time. I wasn't able to check. Ain't no ads pop up or anything. Oops, too big. So yeah, I'll probably go back and answer most of your questions again on stream. This is I was saying that I'm up in the air whether I want y'all to see the reference or not, because like it's looking like it a little bit, but it's also not at the same time. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I'll have more time to draw it in. And I just felt like the cat might be a little harder for me. Ooh, what is that? So I'm just gonna get some ideas of the frog for right now. It just seemed like it would be easier for me. It's decent, but okay, frog eyes. Don't give me trouble. So I'll just be sketching this for the time that I have and see what I'm able to get done. It's it's definitely something. It's a few things that definitely new at. I don't usually draw animals, so I actually would have to draw animals if I was to work on my I keep wanting to call it a graphic novel because I just like how it sounds better, so let's just call it a graphic novel. But this frog looks so funny. It looks like more of an animated frog than a realistic frog, a little bit more. So far I really like the arms and the legs of the frog. They're like really long, so maybe the arms and legs of the frog, just because I'm having fun drawing it. I don't really like its toes, but it's probably easier than a paw and cat feet and stuff. So I'm not seeing how I would be able to put them together, but the frog is definitely easier. Probably put a cat nose. So yeah, mashing them together is gonna be interesting. But I really like the arms and the legs. It's almost like regular arms and legs. So I try to do a more dynamic pose. I don't understand how its eyes like that. But yeah, I'm definitely happy with the frog so far. But for now, I'm gonna do some loose sketches, even if it looks a little wonky here and there. I'm gonna try to just do some sketches. It looks like a, is it an iguana? Yeah, it's starting to look like a iguana more than a frog. Cause I want to get a few different ideas. But I really don't want no scary bug to pop up on my screen. Cause I'm seeing snails and butterflies and things like that, and I really don't want something scary to pop up on me. This is a cute one only because of the flower and the rain. And I just want to draw the flower. Looks like it from an animation show. Yeah. I don't know if I want, like, I don't want it exactly realistic, my style. I don't want it to be exactly realistic, but I don't want it to be cartoony or too anime. I want it to be like more realistic as far as US comics goes. Not as muscular, but I want it more like that. That's more what I want my style to look like. I just wanted to draw this flower. I don't know how small this frog would have to be on this flower like this. But right now my style is very cartoony. Not as realistic as I would like. Yes, I am so happy to be starting something new and fresh, but it's also feel weird. I definitely prefer sketching more than I like sketching and then I like rendering. Okay, let's draw the actual frog. It looks like a tree more than a flower, but that's okay. I'm not gonna stay too much on this. The shape of the frog's head is so weird. It's like a pinch something. I don't know. And then it connects straight to his body. It's not no real separation. So it's definitely weird. And then they have like more of Popeye's arms, where it's like real thin at the top and thicker at the base. I don't know. For the forearms are thicker. Yeah, I didn't know if it would be hard for me, but it's probably not as hard as it's gonna be for the cat. I think the cat is gonna be harder for me. So that's why I decided to start out with the frog, start out on a good note before I get to the hard part. But I have no idea, like, their head shape with their eyes are really hard to make sense of, to like draw it from imagination, really. Okay. We're gonna try to work this head out because, like, I don't understand what I'm seeing right now. I can't really make sense of it for some reason. Are you working on anything? Oh, this one is gonna give me problems. It's like, okay. Looks like a little sideways, so you see a bit of it. Bit of the mouth. Go like this. Sure. Is this this your third animation, or are you still working on the second animation? Definitely doing like, I want to do the frog eyes because they're just so weird. But probably cat eyes, cat nose. I mean, the frog eyes are probably like a little too weird. Thank you. Yeah, it's coming out better. That frog head gave me problems. I'm probably not gonna fix it too much. That angle is, looks like an alien. And I can't think of a good way to fix it too much. Judgmental frog. It's like looking like a gecko and a iguana and a whole bunch of other things. But it looks close enough, so I'm gonna leave it like that. And that second frog is looking wetter and wetter as I keep looking at it. So this is definitely gonna be an interesting drawing. So this drawing, this picture of the frog is like in the rain and it looks so nice, but he's like not being touched by the rain. So I just want to get that whole concept in. And then it's like its body is glowing right here where the sun is at, but I'm not even gonna get into that. Yep, there go a mouse, there go a squirrel. I'm going back. There go a ladybug. I ain't trying to see nothing else. Don't show me too many bugs and creatures and stuff. I can't. That one looks creepy. Yep, that's a mouse. That's a close-up ladybug. I'm not a fan. I've never seen a frog like puff out his chest. I can't explain the amount of fear I'm feeling as I'm scrolling down through these Pinterest pictures, waiting for something to pop up that I don't want to see. Trying to find like a bunch of different poses. There go a beetle. Okay. I don't like insects, and I don't want to see no close-up creepy crawlies. I just don't. I can do like reptiles and snakes and stuff like that. Any type of bugs, I don't want to. There go a toad. I don't know if there's iguanas, butterfly looking moths. I'm trying to get a few different type of poses and stuff, so I can have just a better idea of what I can do. Okay, so let's try to get this frog. This lazy frog. So I got a decent idea of what his body shape is. The eyes is probably the hardest thing. It's hard to get that bulge to look right, like it's popping outside of his face. They're easy to give expressions with such a long mouth. It's not looking like a frog right now, but give it a little time. It's like hanging off of a stem or something. But I wanted to draw it because his legs was I really like their legs and their arms. And I even like the shape of their body. So it has its leg dangling, but it's like really long. Their foot is long as well. You can definitely get a lot with their hands and stuff. might be my favorite frog so far. That leg is just too funny. Once you get up to their like individual toes, that's a little harder. I think it's like it's a little bigger, but I'm done with that one. Yeah, so that eyes is probably the hardest thing. That one wasn't too bad. Might just draw a furry frog. Let's do the body a little better. That was a fun one. I like their like legs and stuff stretched out. Reference are so hard to come by. Like you gotta go through a whole bunch before you find one. I want to do one of their tongue. Frog tongue. Hmm, 7:15 already. Time go by so fast when you're having fun. Now if I was having trouble, it would have still been like 6:30. Let me see if I put moving frogs. Not too much. Let's try this one from top down.
It's 7:15.
Thank you. It's my favorite so far. I like their legs and stuff. Took up 2 little boxes. So this is the top-down view. It might be the last one I'll be able to get in. Arms. I didn't do much with their flippers, feet, hands. I don't know if I want to do like a frog colored cat and just make it green, or do a cat colored frog and like do like a orange cat colored frog. Try and get this top down view. I like these big flippers. I don't think that's what they're called. They're big frog feet. I'll need to work on the frog head and the frog eyes. Probably the hardest part. Because they got a little bit of structure, bone structure on their heads that you could barely see, but it makes a lot of difference. And then a stretched out leg. Probably a little bit too human and muscular and bony. And the connection from its feet to its thigh. No, not the thigh. The leg. The calf. I like these little circular things that they have. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The frog have 5 toes and fingers. Can't really tell for sure. kind of want to do a tongue, but this one don't have a tongue. What I need to get is like a motion stop or just a regular video of a frog, play it in slow motion, and then pause it on some nice frames. I'm gonna look that up and I'll probably do that a bit tomorrow. But I should probably move on to the cat tomorrow. But I have the whole month to work on it. I don't want to take the whole month, but I have it if I need it. This is probably the fourth frog so far, which is unfortunate because I was really liking it, but the more I got warmed up, the better the frog started to look. I probably look up for some cat poses because cats just have way more movement. Like if I did a frog yawning like a cat, how would that look? Where they have their hands down, their butt up. And it's like just stretching. Frog just stretching, it would be like really long. I'm gonna keep this one. This one is from imagination, but what if I give it a like fluffy tail? So I'm thinking of what the mixture of the two would be already. So don't mind this frog. I'm gonna move it though to the horizontal canvas. No, it's 7:23. I'll be moving on to my writing soon, so I won't be coloring them this time. I really wanted to sketch and loosen up. I'm definitely happy with it because the last prompt was really bringing me down a little bit. So I'll probably be able to color some tomorrow. I didn't pin any of the ones that I worked on from, but we'll definitely work on it. Oh, I knew it. I knew I was gonna see something I didn't want to see. Alright, so we'll definitely do some I'm gonna start with the cast tomorrow. Try to do just as many quick sketches before I move on to mixing the creatures together. So I'll probably be able to color tomorrow. Get some color ideas. Probably jot down some cat patterns, things like that. And just get a whole bunch of options these next few days. So I'm gonna just put a note here real quick. I'm gonna put a note in different pencil. Cat poses. And then frogs have like a few different colors, frog patterns. They don't have too many, so I think the cat fur colors will probably go better. I'm gonna do this standing pose real quick in like 2 seconds. It's like a person made a character. A frog standing. I have about 2 more minutes before I have to switch over. to get so far. Just a few frog sketches from reference, very few different ideas. A frog and a cat stretching pose, maybe doing some cat poses using the cat coloring, and then maybe cat ears, cat nose. Some things I might wanna take. So, cat ears, cat nose, that thing looks scary. And a tail, a cat tail. Maybe a tail that looks like their tongue. So, cat tail. Just a few ideas of what this creature is gonna look like together. Maybe a furry little neck puff thing. But yeah, I'm over my time, so we gotta switch over. That was a very creepy pin this reference for now, and then let me definitely okay, so let me just switch over to my drawing project, my writing project. Okay, so let's see. Go to my writing, get my timer up, get a quick update in, and then we'll start. A frog that can stand up creeps me out a little bit, yeah. I like their limbs stretched out. I like it like tucked into, but it looks cool stretched out, so I just wanted to get it in there while I was thinking about it. But yeah, and then turning it into a cat is gonna look very creepy, so we'll see what I'm able to think of. It looked better when the other person did it. Well, no, not too much, still creepy. It reminds me of that cartoon where a frog would pretend to be a frog, and then it would get up and sing, "Hello my baby, hello my something." So yeah, that reminded me of my childhood cartoon. That was like one of my favorite characters because I thought it was so funny back then. So let me get a quick update of where I am. So this is my original story called Power Family, the placeholder title for the book, and I am on the first draft edits. So any white words that we see, which is a whole bunch right now, this is all of my zero draft that still has to be edited. And then up at the top, all the red words are new words, and they are also a bit of the first draft edits, or me filling in any gaps that I left behind in the story when I was fleshing out my zero draft. So I am currently editing Act 2 Part 1, the beginning of Act 2 Part 1. I am on technically Chapter 8. My chapters are very long, and they will need to be broken down into smaller chapters, but for now I'm keeping them long. It's not what I'm worried about right now I'm just worrying about fixing up the story. And yesterday I copied and pasted a lot of words from my zero draft and pasted it into the first draft edit folders. So now Act 2 Part 1 is at 119 pages with 45,977 words, and I am currently on page 42, where I'll be starting my edits back for today, and then for my total book that's all in one folder instead of split up into parts, it is at 380 pages with 145,527 words, and that puts me on page 303 out of 380. The reason it's so long right now, being so early in the story with just 8 chapters, I'm only on the break into two and the B story of the Save the Cat Writes a Novel beat sheets, and that is because before the first act and the second act, I wrote a very long prologue that I'm gonna later dump in part of their past and flashbacks into the middle of the story. But right now I wrote it all out at the beginning, so I'm gonna do a writing sprint all the way up to 7:53, where I'll stop the timer because we're just starting a little late. So I'm gonna start the timer now, and we'll see how much I'm able to get up to in that time. The show, I don't think it was Looney Tunes, but it was in those shows. Let me see if I can look it up for the singing frog. So it was just a small part in Looney Tunes. It's called The Singing Frog, and the song is Hello My Baby, Hello My Honey. So I remember it, and that's just what it was reminding me of. So it's it doesn't really give it a separate name, but it was on Looney Tunes. Okay, so let's just see how much I can get done. So this gotta get deleted because it's not really part of the story. I'll delete it, and if I need to look it up, I'll go back. Did I save this? Yeah, look it up. It was pretty funny. I would watch it now, but that's definitely copyrighted. Yeah, it's a pretty old show. Very old. And the repost is probably like newer than when the show actually came out. Because I was like 6 and 7 watching the show, so definitely not 5 years ago. I love Looney Tunes.
It's 7:45.
I'm not sure what meme. I don't think I do. You might have to explain it to me. Because if you do, I'll probably know it. But off the top of my head, I don't know. I probably know it, but I really don't use memes like that. If I'm online, I'm definitely like quietly observing. Yeah, I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about. I don't even want to say it out loud because it's annoying if I'm thinking of the one you're thinking of. So the only number meme I could think of.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Why did like I say it accidentally or something? Remember?
2, 1, 0, 0, FFS, liftoff. Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
I don't know. Okay. I don't even remember what I said. Oh no, it's fine. I'm just reading my work. There's not much I can do until I know what I'm talking about. Is my mic low at all? Or do I sound far away? I feel like I do. Okay. Let me try to fix that a little bit. See if that helps a little bit. It's hard to get my mic in a position where it catch my voice, but it also catch like me drawing on my tablet and typing on the keyboard, so I don't want that to be too loud either. So we'll see if that helps any. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the timer right there. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll start another 23-minute writing sprint. Didn't get too far. I'm currently at -5 words. I had way more than that, but I wrote a little bit here. So it kind of canceled itself out. But for now, I am reading, separating some of these larger paragraphs. It's very summarized, not really a good opening. So I'll probably be doing a lot of rewriting for this to make it an actual story and not just a summarized version of what I was trying to write about. So for the next sprint, I'll have to go back and like summarize, like try to put in parentheses the main scenes of the story. That's the main thing I don't have, because I have like the main idea, but I need to write what comes before that. Them getting ready for the day and talking about the day, because it kind of jumps to like something really big and nothing before that's building up to the big change. Have to do that. Sometimes when I'm editing my own work, I tend to write almost exactly word from word what I wrote before. So if I have something like written right here and I rewrite it all the way up here, it'll be almost the same. And so this is gonna take a lot of work, but I'll be doing a read through, separating the paragraphs, and then writing out some more details, and then I'll have to go back and rewrite it for a second time. I think I did that on chapter 7. I had to reread a lot of it, and then I had to go all the way back. I added small parts here and there that came to mind, but then I had to redo it again. So I'll probably do this chapter 8. I'm gonna renumber these chapters. Because it got expanded. So at 8 o'clock, we'll start another sprint, another 23-minute sprint. So about right here, I started making some line breaks where probably a new scene or chapter started, and I didn't put it in as a new scene or chapter. Like where these gaps are is probably like a whole different scene from the last one. This is gonna be a lot of work, a lot of fixing. I don't know if it's gonna get any better as I move on to the end of the story that was like more recent. Then I have dates and times that, yep, got a whole schedule in here. There was a point where I just stopped doing chapters. And they're so long in between chapters. But one more minute, less than 1 minute, and I'll be starting another writing sprint. And that's the last of it. So from chapter, what was it? Chapter 8 to chapter 13 or 14? To chapter 8 to chapter 14. I don't feel like a lot of chapters. No, chapter 14. Compared to, let's start the sprint. Compared to it being 119 pages for so many chapters. But start another sprint and let's see how far I can get. I don't think I'm gonna get too many words written. See how many pages I can get read.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay, so that's the timer. It takes a little while for the timer to pop up after it hits 0, but I got a lot more writing done because there was a big gap I needed to fill at the start of the chapter. So I did a bit of that, but as you can see here with this giant paragraph, it's a bunch of brain dump that I'll have to go through again. World building, story building. I was just about to add up the amount of time it takes them to travel from place to place to place, and eventually I'll have to draw a map so I can remember. So crazily enough, I was able to get up to 428 words, which I think I was on -5 words from the last sprint. So that's definitely so good and crazy. I tried to add time on my calculator and that was just not working. I need to write it down. Pen and paper. It's like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour and a half, an hour. So I gotta see. Yeah, it is. I wasn't even expecting that, but I was just, it's not very good. It's just the main idea, very rough, very just a straight line of thought, I guess. I think I might have to change that time, but for now I'ma keep it. So I'ma just write it down by hand real quick. I definitely put a completely different time at the beginning of the story, so I have to figure it out and then go back and fix it. So at 8:30 we'll be doing the final sprint. But I am still writing down some ideas. There's some things I just find myself having to do on paper rather than being able to type it out, because I have to like draw graphs and stuff like that just to make it make sense in my head. So one more minute and I'll start the timer, but I'll be working on this again. I'll still be working on this like little map area. So if nothing moves, that's why. I feel like I want to add a bridge and have the school separate. That's a very different picture. Okay, so let me start the timer and get another 23 minutes in for the final sprint. I have to look up maps and stuff to know how far things are from things, because 15 minutes, an hour, 2 hours just feels so long sometimes. Okay, so I just drew a very rough map with some very rough distances. So I'm gonna get back to what I was writing and work on that a bit later, but I'm not gonna worry about the times too much. It looks like a scribble mess that it's barely readable, but I just did some lines, a rough peanut shape, and I just wrote some rough times in it. Yes, it's not good at all, but it gets the idea across, and then I'll have to look at an actual map and stuff. And then I did it in pen, so when I changed my mind, it was it has like 3 different bridges because I changed my mind twice. Yeah, I was getting like lost in my head from where everything is at and stuff, so I had to just draw it out real quick. So I got the main settings out, like the characters' houses and stuff, the school, the heart of the city, and some of the other characters' houses. So in the rough times I would think it would take, and then I had to add up the times to see how long it takes some of the characters to get to certain places. I think I overdid it, and I'll have to like shorten the times up a bit.
It's 8:45.
Oh, sorry, that was probably going off for a little while. So that was the last sprint. Let me just finish off this thought. Sorry for the timer going off for so long. So I finished that thought and that put me at 682 words. So I went over my daily 500 goal that I like to reach. At least get 500 words, even though I'm editing more than writing. But for this first draft edit, there's a lot of filling in empty spaces and things I didn't write out in detail, so there's a lot of gaps to fill. Like this whole thing was a full gap that I had to fill because I just jumped into a whole new thing without setting it up. So there was a lot of world building, a lot of like getting ready and going to the destination before just being there. So it's gonna be like that a lot because this section is definitely like really summarized. Like there's some parts that I split up that is just a sentence or two, hardly a paragraph because it's so broken up and poorly written. So I'll be working on that a lot, and then I'll be coming back to the very top to edit this again because as you can see it's just a brain dump of thoughts, and I'm not really worried about cleaning up the format of the book just yet. I'm just writing out the story. That's usually how I zero draft, how I get so many words, because I don't worry about the structure. So that is what I was able to get to today. I'll do a quick update on my schedule. So tomorrow I am off. I'll be streaming from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I'll be streaming for 6 hours from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'll be drawing for 4 hours. I'll be working on my new drawing prompt. Yay. It's a cat and a frog creature design, mixing those two animals together. Today I worked on some frog studies that came out pretty well, I would like to say, because I don't think I ever drawn a frog before, so it wasn't too bad today. And tomorrow I'll probably be doing the same thing, as well as doing some cat studies, and then coming up with a few ideas for the creature design, how to mix and match their features to get a whole new creature. And then that is Thursday. So Friday I'll be coming back for my normal stream time from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. But Saturday is where things changes a little bit. So let me just go and double check. So I am doing something with my family on Saturday for Easter because we all have the day off. Mainly me. I usually get one weekend off, one weekday off. So will be out early, so I won't be streaming. I'm trying to find my calendar. I won't be streaming at 8 a.m. But when we get back, depending on what time we get back, I plan to stream for just 3 hours that day. Likely from 3 to 6. But it will be up when I know for sure. And then next week, I'll set up my streaming schedule because that week I'll be going in a little earlier for work for 2 days out of the week. So unfortunately, my streaming schedule will be very up and down until I see how things go. But I will stream whatever time I'm able. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely did. I really enjoy zero draft writing better than editing. It's just so much fun to get the story out so much faster, but it's also so much messier, so I'm still gonna have to fix it.
It's 9 o'clock.
And I also forgot, but Sunday, I hate missing a day of streaming, but for at least this month of April, I will try to not stream on Sundays because I just need to get other things done. So a lot of changes, unfortunately. Maybe I'll switch it back, but for now I need to have at least one day where I can get personal stuff done and not rush home and rush home every day after work. So I just need one work day off where I'm not streaming, just to get other things done, stop at a store, get gas, anything like that. Is there anything else I'm missing? Oh yeah, last thing, let's update and see where I got up to. So I didn't get far. I got up to page 40, technically page 43 out of 120, and then that puts me on page 304 out of 381. I'm gonna take it. I like drawing every day and stuff, but I might write if anything, because I want to draw it where I'm keeping up with everything and everything's on stream, things like that. But if not, I'll just write for that day, or I do have other few things I have to get done. But yeah, that is all for me today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching my streams, coming to my channel. Like the video, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see y'all tomorrow early in the morning. And I never know what to say after that. I say end, and that'd be the last thing I said. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye guys.